Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today's date is the 22nd of November 2023. I don't know when you're going to see this video. I'd assume it'll be around about New Year's, which means that Christmas is past. And I guess by this time I should be at least a couple of months into this journey. Sorry, the sun is extremely bright. I might have to move back a bit. Yeah, I should be at least 60 days, 65 days through this journey. Today, I'm going to call it day 35 of sobriety from alcohol this time around. I don't know what the title's going to be. I just want to check in. I thought it was a good time to check in because I've got the house to myself. And, you know, I have a genuine sense of excitement about me, about my future, about my life. Finally, I'm actually feeling genuinely excited for the future, genuinely excited to get up. And even if I'm not feeling excited to actually do the physical task of getting up out of bed when I realize that I have to, all it takes is about 2 minutes, some mornings 1 minute, for me to actually realize, holy shit, I don't have a hangover. Holy shit, I've got no anxiety or regret from the night before. Holy shit, I'm actually feeling refreshed. I'm actually feeling like I've got some energy. I cannot wait to make a coffee. My morning routine at the moment is coming downstairs, making the kids lunches, making the kids breakfast, having a coffee of my own, sculling back about 1.5 litres worth of water. At the moment, I'm mixing sugar-free cordial with that to make it easier to drink, but I intend every morning to leave the house having drunk 1.5 litres worth of water. What are you doing, mate? Cookie, the queen of the house, has come to say hello. Say hi, Cookie. I say hi to Cookie, I let her outside. And the kids are dressed and everyone leaves the house at about 7:45. And the kids and their mum go one way towards school and I go the other way to work. And I walk in that front door of my new workplace with a smile on my face. And it's a genuine smile, whereas before it would have been faked. It would have been completely faked. And all I would have been thinking about is my next drink. And yes, I may have gotten up, and yes, I may have had my coffee and spent some time with the children and made their lunches and all the rest of it, but I wouldn't have been doing it genuinely happy. And guys, it is just such a blessing to be waking up and going through my day with a genuine sense of happiness. Finally, something that I honestly thought at times was never ever going to happen. And it's taken time and it's taken work, and the work is not done. And there are times throughout the day where I do get headaches and I do feel fatigued, and I can at times get not anxious, but and not angry by any means, just frustrated at certain things, frustrated at my day not going the way that I want. But that's life. That's life. Life ain't perfect, and but you know what? Mine seems pretty perfect right now. It does. Perfect to me, at least. Good enough for me. Well and truly good enough. So I wanted to make this video because I've finally joined up at the gym. It's taken me 35 days to get my shit together, but I've finally joined back up, and that, I've mentioned it before, that will be the final piece of the puzzle, I feel. I just need to work out exactly when I'm going to try and get my sessions in, whether it's before work, which means I'm going to have to get up before 6 o'clock, that's for sure, maybe 5:30, or after work. I'm thinking before, if I can somehow start waking up at 5:30 in the morning, getting my gym session done, coming back home by 7, and doing everything that I just mentioned prior to going to work. I mean, when we're talking about turnarounds, when we're talking about when it was, complete 360s in the way that I was living my life, that is going to be incredible. And, why not? Why can't I do that? The first couple of days might be hard, but like I said, it may be hard to get up, but I've got to trust in myself now that once I do get up, a couple of minutes into that, a couple of minutes after getting on my feet, and I'm feeling fucking ready to go. So whether I get up at 7, whether I get up at 6:30, or whether I get up at 5:30, I think that will still happen. So I'm going to say that tomorrow morning might be my first attempt at getting up before work, going to the gym, getting a workout in, coming home, feeling accomplished, feeling like I've won the day, and cracking on with it. I feel like tomorrow is a fantastic opportunity to do that. After work today, I gave myself my first dose of retail therapy during this 35 days, and that was a new pair of headphones. So I can't wait to use those in the gym, and they're fully charged and ready to go, and so am I. Fully charged and ready to fucking go. I'm back. The words that came to mind prior to bringing out this camera were I'm back. I've got my fucking life back. I've got my personality back. I actually want to talk to people, depending on who they are, of course. But if you had to talk to me 35 days ago, I genuinely did not want to talk to people, or I was scared. I was scared. I was genuinely scared of talking to people, especially new people, because I was afraid of them asking me about my life, because I was so ashamed of where I was going and what I was doing, which was absolutely nothing. But at times I've got to cut myself a break at times, and I have done. But now there's no reason to cut myself a break, because day to day I am just doing all the right things. I'm doing positive things, and I simply don't deal with any of those negative feelings anymore. They're not there. Every now and then I'll think about the past, and I'll have regrets, very fleeting but still there regrets about how much time and money I've wasted. But to dwell on those things is not going to serve me, and because I'm not smoking as well, I don't dwell on those things, and I just move on, because there's always something to do. My morning routine, going to work, coming home, the kids are here, I absolutely love hanging out with my kids. It's the most fun thing ever. I've known that for many years. I have been in and out of their lives, which hasn't been fair, but due to my issues, it's been necessary at the time. And that's my story. And a couple of comments have come in recently that have judged me for that, and it's not easy to take. It's not easy to take whatsoever. But there is truth in those things that that particular person is saying. There is truth in that. But in saying that, they have absolutely no idea about what goes on behind the scenes, about the last 6, it's not as if I've just entered back into my daughter's lives. There's been 5 years worth of this, 5 years worth of work, 5 years worth of just working things out. And for the last 2.5 years, the girls have had a solid home to live in, whether I've been here or not. And that is because I bought this home 8 years ago. I was single. I had no kids at the time. Never did I imagine that my 2 children and their mum would be living in this place. But I've quite happily had that happen, of course, because I'd do anything to provide for my kids as much as I can. And even during the times that I have been absent, I've still provided in some way. I've paid for half of everything, and I've provided a house for them to live in. So for anyone questioning my love and my commitment to my children, please don't. And if you do, at least ask for the full story, because the full story simply hasn't been told yet, and I don't know if it ever will. So that's that side of things. As far as, I'm getting into bed sober, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. I'm sleeping really well. Having taken out weed for almost 3 weeks now, I am dreaming pretty much every night, which is exciting. But at the same time, I always seem to get myself into situations in the dreams. It's not so much a nightmare. It's just situations that I don't really want to have to deal with. And then I wake up and it's a relief. And I think, okay, that was interesting. That was fun for what it was. But now it's time to actually get up and enter the real world. And whatever situations I got myself in during the dream have gone. And I've just got my nice, simple-ish life to wake up to and live. And that's enough for me. That's more than enough for me. So really fundamentally, I just wanted to spread positivity, because I'm feeling just like a changed man. And I wouldn't be feeling this way if I still had have included smoking weed. There's no way. I'd tell myself that I was, I'd look for positives, but I simply wouldn't have any consistency in my life, and I'd still be addicted to a substance, right? Which means that I'm not actually living my life. And what weed did to me was actually take away my personality. It made me numb, just as alcohol did. But at least alcohol made me confident, whereas weed simply didn't. It really wasn't benefiting me whatsoever. The only benefit that I got from it, that I believed was worth it, was the sleep. And really looking back, it's not really sleep. It's just knocking yourself out for 8-9 hours, and you wake up and now like I mentioned before, I wake up and I might be groggy for the first minute or two, but once that's over, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm ready to tackle the day. Whereas if I'd smoked the night before, it may not be an alcohol hangover, but there's certainly a weed hangover to speak of. And I'd wake up, and 2 minutes later, I'd be feeling the exact same, and 5 minutes later, and an hour later, and 2 hours later, I'd still be feeling the exact same, and I'd be smashing the coffees. I'd be counteracting that feeling with caffeine, trying to wake up, but it simply wasn't going to work because I'd been smoking weed every single day. So things are definitely going in the right direction. I am waking up, I am living my life, I'm going through my days with genuine happiness. I feel proud about the work that I'm doing at my job. I feel proud about the man that I am today. And I hope that sharing my story can help motivate and inspire someone out there to make the changes necessary, because at the end of the day, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's all a choice. There's no fucking disease. Alcoholic is a made up word. It's a fucking choice. And at the moment, life is a bunch of choices, and you either make the right ones or the wrong ones. And you make the wrong ones long enough, and you let yourself down for long enough, and there just comes a time where enough is enough. And I think I've reached that point. So, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Cookie is almost a year old. Her birthday will be Christmas Day. That's when Santa brought her for the kids last year, and it's, I'm so glad he did, because Cookie has become part of the family. And the kid, having, to have the kids grow up with a pet is, I think it's essential for kids to have some sort of pet, that's for sure. A dog, wasn't quite ready to have the responsibility of a dog, but a cat, there's been times where I've kind of regretted it when she was pissing on the couch and doing all that kind of thing, but she's settled down now, and she's certainly a part of the family, and she loves snuggles, and so do I. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Day 35, we're doing this. I've got nothing but positivity to share. Seriously. Hey, look, I've got regrets. We've all got regrets. Like I said, I have these fleeting moments where I do think about the regrets, but I don't dwell on them. And that's the difference. You got to think, you got to move forward, That's depression talking. When you dwell on your regrets and you dwell on your mistakes and you think, woe is me, that is depression. And at the moment, I don't suffer with any depression. And I know the fucking reasons for that, right? We all know the reasons for that. Taking out drugs and alcohol. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.